there's a lot of hype around Cam Newton, and rightfully so. MVP quarterback, 2015 MVP, Super Bowl almost champion. Obviously, it was a whole Denver Broncos situation. And he's obviously been a very good player, very good NFL player for a very, very long time. And you have Stidham, who completed, I think, attempted 6 passes all of last regular season with a pick 6, obviously, to Jamal Adams. That's how most Patriots fans, or actually NFL fans in general, remember that guy by. And obviously, in the Boston media at least, he's been hyped up. Bill Belichick believes in this guy. He believes in this guy. He's the heir apparent to Tom Brady. And then they bring in Cam Newton, and people start saying, oh, maybe they don't believe in him so much. What's going to go on here? What's happening? He even disabled his comments on his Instagram. People were like kind of like clowning him and trying to like get him all angry and stuff. Take me through what you see in Jarrett Stidham as of your workouts being with him.
I think Stiddy's great, man. I think he's just got a great presence about him. Like he is really, you can tell he's really committed himself to learning the playbook. He understands the system really well. When we're out there, he takes charge of everything. He knows all the details of what he wants from everyone. I really just like his overall mindset, his attitude, the way, just his overall presence. Like it's what you want in a quarterback. It's a guy who's sure of himself, a guy who's confident, and he just communicates well with everyone. I think that's the coolest thing working with him, is just like watching him interact with guys, watching him be a leader, watching him run the show that way is cool. And I think he's got something to him. He's got a certain it factor to him that I've been around great quarterbacks, and I think he's got that sort of just charisma to him. So that's impressive. I mean, I've never seen him throw in person until recently. I think he looks great. I think he's throwing the ball well, but I think it'll be cool. Like, I really have no idea what their plans are, or why they brought Cam in, or any of that. But working with both of them has been cool to see. Guys with different personalities, but both leaders in their own right. And I think they both have they're both going to push each other for sure, because I think they both have that sort of alpha presence. And if anything, regardless of how it turns out, I think they're both going to make each other better and put some pressure on each other, which will be good for the organization as a whole.
100%. The number one thing I thought of immediately when we signed Cam Newton, because I actually had a theory for a long time we were going to sign Cam Newton, whether that was to be a starter or for something else. And I've been kind of working with this the last couple weeks, just kind of talking about it with myself. And so Cam Newton, you get brought in. I think Belichick, the evil mastermind that he is, looks to Stidham, sends him the message right away, hey, we're signing Cam Newton. To get in this guy's head, to see what he is made of, that inner dog, those quarterbacks you're talking about, you've worked with a lot of interesting, good quarterbacks who've started for a long time in the NFL. And so you look at those guys, and you said they have that certain charisma, that attitude. And you said Stidham has that same thing. I think Belichick brought in Cam to kind of bring that dog out of Stidham and say, hey, we just brought in a former MVP quarterback. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to take charge? Are you going to fall in the back seat? What are you going to do? And from what you've said so far, it sounds like Stidham was more than willing to compete with Cam Newton and become that starter, no matter what the obstacles are that are in front of him. So that's great to hear as a Patriots fan.
Yeah, I think probably you're probably about right on that. Like, there's it's just added pressure. This whole year's got to be figuring out who the next guy is. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna replace 12 and all that stuff. So I think that it just accelerates the process of learning more about Stidham when you watch him handle this situation. So I think that's it'll be interesting. It's gonna be really, really interesting to see how it plays out. I think it's a cool situation to kind of be in the middle of, because it's definitely one of the more interesting quarterback situations in the NFL.